Okay, very good morning to everyone. Students, as you know, yesterday we studied power sharing. Just we speak the word power sharing. Certainly you perceive about it power. It means strength, शक्ति. How to share it और इसको शेयर कैसे किया जाए, डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कैसे किया जाए among the society. So this is the complication of two countries. First is Belgium, which is the European country. Second is Sri Lanka, that is Asian country. Also, it's our neighbor और हमारा पड़ोसी भी है, right? We will study in this chapter two days. हम दो स्टोरी पढ़ेंगे. In which first we study Belgium, but a little difference in the story of both countries because of a complication of the language speakers in both countries. दोनों ही कंट्री में क्या कॉम्प्लिकेशन है लैंग्वेज को लेकर के एंड ऑल्सो इट लीड टू टेंशन बिटवीन द सोसाइटी ऑफ डिफरेंट लैंग्वेज स्पीकर्स इन बेल्जियम also in Sri Lanka, right? So yesterday we studied about the ethnic composition. Do you know ethnic? If we talk about the word ethnic क्या होता है? Ethnic it means basis on culture, basis on culture, diversity among the society, that is the ethnic diversity. इसको ethnic diversity कहते हैं. It means culture different है on the basis of language, caste, community and so many more things related to their culture. So ethnic composition is very complicated of Belgium and Sri Lanka. Just you can see it. If we talk about the Belgium, this is the ethnic composition. In the rural areas, Dutch speaker are 59% people, French speaker 40% people, German speaker 1% people. Right? But the situation is quite reverse in capital city Brussels. Brussels is the capital of Belgium, you know. But in Brussels, that is the capital city, the population which is in the minority in the rural areas, but it is in the majority of population in Brussels, capital city Brussels, that is the French speaker. आप सोचिए कि फ्रेंच स्पीकर जो माइनॉरिटी में है रूरल एरिया में हैविंग 40% पॉपुलेशन आल्सो दे आर इन द मेजॉरिटी ऑफ पॉपुलेशन इन कैपिटल सिटी Brussels. And Dutch country, which is the majority of population in the rural area, but in capital city Brussels, Dutch in the minority of population. This is the complication. ये complication है, and rest of 1% that is the German speaker. So there is no big issue for German speaker because of a very few people, very little size of population in Belgium. So the accommodation between two, mainly Dutch and French. The accommodation is very difficult in Belgium. That's why the government decided how to share power among the society so that all the communities belonging to minority or majority, they would be uh, feel convenient, they would be feel comfortable, and there should not be humiliate any one community of Belgium. We will study further how to share power. Likewise, if we talk about the Sri Lanka, Sinhala speaker 74% and Tamil speaker 18%. Tamil, two types of Tamil. That is first native Tamil. It means native Tamil having the population of 30%. And Indian Tamil only 5% population. So 13 plus 5 equal 18% Tamilians in Sri Lanka. Right. You know, once again, Sinhala 74% population having majority of population in Sri Lanka. Tamilians only 18% population, minority of population in Sri Lanka. Distribute sub categories of Tamilians, native Tamilians, it means Sri Lankan Tamil, 13% population, and Indian came from India to work in the orchard of tea and tea gardens of the tea plantation farming. They stayed there. So the population is only 5%. Total is 18% Tamil. Also, the complication between two community, two language speaker in Sri Lanka. So, situation of the both countries are similar in the sense of accommodation or power sharing. So, how to share power? This is the main concept of this chapter. Okay, you studied the Mediterraneanism in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka में किस तरह से majority है, and also in what aspect they humiliate and they neglect the people who in the minority of population like Tamils or the native Tamils and Sri Lanka Tamils in Sri Lanka. So they demanded to share power. They demanded to contest election and participation in the government, but the majority of population of the Mediterranean government in Sri Lanka denied the interest of the minority people, the interest and participation in the government of minority population in Sri Lanka. This was the main conflict between two communities. That is first Sinhala speaker and Tamil speaker. So are you hearing me, students? Okay, very good, very good. Once again, I am seeing how many participants. So now 41. Okay. मैं कई बार मैंने ऑलरेडी आपको बताया है, कई बार मैं स्क्रीनशॉट लेता हूँ नेम का कि कितने बच्चे प्रेजेंट हो रहे हैं, कितने एब्सेंट हो रहे हैं. स्पेशली आई हैव टू ऑब्जर्व द स्टूडेंट फ्रॉम एयर सेक्शन फ्रॉम रोल नंबर 23 टू 43. ये लास्ट के हाफ स्टूडेंट जो एयर सेक्शन में हैं, इनको मुझे वन बाय वन ऑब्जर्व करना है. और अगर ये एब्सेंट हो जाते हैं, अलॉन्ग विद द अर्थ सेक्शन से भी कुछ बच्चे बराबर एब्सेंट चल रहे हैं, इन पे बहुत बड़ा एक्शन लिया जाएगा. मैं बार बार इस चीज को कह रहा हूं. सो पे अटेंशन फॉर दैट. ओके ओके, मूव फर्दर. यू नो स्टूडेंट, so I think the concept of ethnic composition is very clear regarding two countries, Belgium and Sri Lanka. It is clear? Okay. Now we talk about the accommodation in Belgium. You know, what is the meaning of accommodation? Accommodation is to satisfy all the communities whichever they are living in the country. जितनी भी कम्युनिटी रहती हैं, चाहे वो बेल्जियम की बात करते हैं, डच स्पीकर हो, फ्रेंच स्पीकर हो और जर्मन स्पीकर. How to accommodate, how to satisfy them to give participation in the government formation and to promote their interests, either they belonging to the minority of population. This is very compulsory task for government. Then the government can accommodate the society having a lot of diversity among the society, basis on culture, basis on religion, caste, community and other many more diversities. The Belgium leaders took a different path. So how to accommodate in Belgium government? बेल्जियम गवर्नमेंट ने कैसे एकोमोडेशन किया? दे टुक अ डिफरेंट पाथ. वो कौन सा रास्ता अपनाया? जस्ट रिकॉग्नाइज द एक्जिस्टेंस ऑफ रीजनल डिफरेंसेस एंड कल्चरल डाइवर्सिटी. फर्स्ट दे आइडेंटिफाइड, रिकॉग्नाइज रीजनल डिफरेंसेस क्या है, रीजन टू रीजन, स्टेट टू स्टेट, इन द कंट्री साइड एरिया, द रूरल एरियाज, along with existence of regional difference and cultural variation. According to the culture, they distributed power. According to the regional variation, they distributed power among the society of Belgium. Between 1970 to 1993, these 23 years, the they amended their constitution 4 times so to work out an arrangement that would enable everyone to live together within the same country. How much challenge before the government of Belgium? 4 time amendment in the constitution so that they can satisfy to the people having a lot of diversity among the society of Belgium. तो देखिए satisfy करने के लिए, to promote everyone, to promote the interest of every community in Belgium, they considered, they perceived, they thought about the interest of everyone. And thereafter, uh, the arrangement they worked out is different from any other country and is very innovative, very innovative ideas they accommodated the society of Belgium. And here are some of the elements of the Belgium model. So how to reform the constitution of Belgium. बेल्जियम का कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कैसे उन्होंने रिफॉर्म किया. So some of the major points are given. First point is constitution prescribe that the number of Dutch and French speakers ministers shall be equal in the central government. Some special laws require the support of majority of members from each linguistic group. Very interesting, very good idea. From Belgium government, they considered equality to give equality of both the communities and both place either the rural areas overall government, that is the central government, and also the regional government. उन्होंने क्या किया, either you are in the majority of population or minority of population, they were given equal rights, equal interest, equal participation in the both of government, central and regional, to make बैलेंस बनाने के लिए कि जिसकी पॉपुलेशन, फ्रेंच की पॉपुलेशन अगर रूरल एरिया में कम है, then having a majority of population in Brussels capital city. So certainly if the distribute power equally on the both places, either in the rural areas or the capital city Brussels government, certainly it would be make a balance. इससे एक बैलेंस हो जाएगा. Likewise, Dutch having a majority of population in the rural area, it is central government, but majority of population in the Brussels capital city government there. So also those were given equal participation in the government of both either the central government, that is the overall government, and especially the Brussels government, that is the capital city Brussels. तो देखिए एक जगह जिसकी पॉपुलेशन मेजॉरिटी में है, another place having a minority of population but equal share on the both government. दोनों ही गवर्नमेंट में इक्वल शेयर हो जाता है, इक्वल पार्टिसिपेशन हो जाता है. इट लेड टू द एकोमोडेशन इन बेल्जियम having a diversity among the societies in rural areas and capital city Brussels. So thus no single community can make decisions unilaterally. No single community can take decision unilaterally. अकेले कोई डिसीजन नहीं ले सकती है. Either the Dutch majority or the French majority in Brussels capital city. Both of the government, no single community can take decision unilaterally without compromise, without agreement. Another party, another community, and another speaker cultural community. Okay. Next, many power of the central government have been to state government of the two regions of the country. The state government are not subordinate to the central government. Very good. According to the Wallonia region, Flemish region, there were two regions in Belgium. Distribution of power region to region, it means into two regions. Power was distributed into two regions, Flemish region and Wallonia region, but there was no subordinate power to the central government. It means separately the power was given to the regional government. So you know there are three types of government in Belgium. First, that is central. Second, that is regional, and third, that is the capital city Brussels government. Three types of government, right? तीन तरह की सरकार. आप देखिए, a very small country of Europe having less than a little more than population of half of the Haryana population India, and less than the territory or the area comparing to Haryana state of India, but in small countries there are three types of government till now. Central government, regional government, it means there were two regions in Belgium, Flemish region and Wallonia region. So power is distributed region to region. Central government, in this central government power was shared among the language speaker in the rural areas. And third type of Brussels government, capital city Brussels government especially, Also, there were two community, majority of population French in Brussels and minority of population Dutch in Brussels capital. But the power was shared equally to both communities in Brussels capital city. So, central government first, second regional government, third only Brussels government, that was the capital city of Belgium. So I hope that it is very clear. So give me response, student. It is very clear. Okay. Next point. Brussels has a separate government in both. Okay, very good. Brussels has a separate government in which both the communities have equal representation. कैपिटल सिटी ब्रसेल की बात करते हैं, इक्वल प्रेजेंटेशन और रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ ऑल दोज कम्युनिटीज, बोथ कम्युनिटीज, डच एंड फ्रेंच कम्युनिटीज, and the French speaking people accepted equal representation in Brussels because the Dutch speaking community has accepted equal representation in the central government. Having a majority of population in Brussels government by French, they accepted equal power because of they were in the minority of population in the central government, then the Dutch speakers accepted equal power sharing in central government. So this was the accommodation. Next point, apart from the central and the state government, अगर हम सेंट्रल और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के अलावा पावर शेयर की बात करें, so there is a third kind of government, this community government. इसको रीजनल के अकॉर्डिंग हम कह सकते हैं एक कम्युनिटी गवर्नमेंट थी, बेसिस ऑन कम्युनिटी. इट इज इलेक्टेड बाय पीपल बिलोंगिंग टू द वन लैंग्वेज कम्युनिटी, डच, फ्रेंच एंड जर्मन स्पीकिंग. सो नो मैटर वेयर दे लिव, either they are living in any region of Belgium. But third tier of government, it was the community government. ये community government थी and community basis on the language speakers, either they were living anywhere in the country. कंट्री में वो कहीं पर भी रहते थे तो वो वोट कर सकते थे ओनली फॉर देयर लैंग्वेज स्पीकर्स. ओके, तो व्हाट वाज द परफॉर्मेंस एंड वर्क ऑफ द लैंग्वेज लीडर्स, द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ बेसिस ऑन लैंग्वेज, बेसिस ऑन द कम्युनिटी. तो देखिए क्या करती थी, Dutch, French and the German speaking, no matter where they live, this government has the power regarding cultural, education and language related issues. There were three issues related to the community or different language speakers to interest, to give power to promote the culture of community, to promote education level of the community and to promote the language of the community. It was the function, it was the main power and function of community government. ये कम्युनिटी गवर्नमेंट का पावर था कि अपनी लैंग्वेज को प्रमोट करना, एजुकेशन लेवल को प्रमोट करना, कल्चर को प्रमोट करना. इट वाज द फंक्शन ऑफ कम्युनिटी गवर्नमेंट. ओके, सो यू माइट फाइंड द बेल्जियन मॉडल वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. व्हाट वाज द कॉम्प्लिकेशन? जस्ट वी स्टडीड राइट नाउ. इट वाज द कॉम्प्लिकेशन टू पावर शेयर इन ऑल टाइप ऑफ गवर्नमेंट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ इक्वालिटी. सबको पावर बराबर कैसे शेयर किया जाए, कहीं पर किसी की पॉपुलेशन कम है, ज्यादा है, डिस्पाइट ऑफ इट पावर वाज शेयर्ड इक्वली इन ऑल द गवर्नमेंट. ओके, indeed it's very complicated even for the people living in the Belgium, but their arrangement have worked well for so far. They help to avoid civic strife between the two major communities and a possible division of the country on linguistic line. When many countries of Europe came together to form the European Union, Brussels was chosen as its headquarters. Very good, very interesting fact. After the formation or reformation of constitution in Belgium, so many European countries they considered it a very good model. Certainly, we have to adopt to accommodate the society having a lot of diversity among the society of European countries. So, to remove the strife means conflicts between two societies. So there were only two major community, Dutch speaker and French speaker in Belgium. So by reform this model of amendment in the constitution of Belgium, just they reformed so many equal power sharing into two major communities of Belgium, French speaker and Dutch speaker. So all the conflicts were removed from Belgium, and nowadays, these days, Belgium is well-developed country of Europe, and there is no conflict in Belgium regarding the culture, education, promotion, interest, job opportunities, service, and other interest of the people having a minority of population, either 1% who were German speaker. आप सोचिए कि जिसकी 1% पॉपुलेशन है, ऑल्सो देयर वाज नो प्रॉब्लम फॉर देम, उनके लिए भी कोई समस्या नहीं है. सो हाउ मच इट इज गुड. ओके, move further. What do we learn from these two stories of Belgium and Sri Lanka? Both are democracy, yet they dealt with the question of power sharing differently. In Belgium, the leaders have realized that the unity of country is possible only by respecting the feelings and interests of the different communities in the regions. Wherever the people they are living in any region, and also they are speaking any languages, certainly we have to remove all the conflicts by sharing power. In Belgium, then they could be accommodated in society, either majority of population and minority of population, right? So such type of realization related in the mutually acceptable arrangement for sharing power in Belgium. It was the mutual understanding among the society of Belgium, either the majority of population or minority of population. How much it was good? Mutual understanding, mutual cooperation one to another, right? And Sri Lanka shows us a contrasting example, but a quite different the example of Sri Lanka, because it shows us a majority community want to force its dominance over other, but the thinking of Sri Lankan model was different from Belgium because of the Mediterranean government of Sri Lanka. It means who were in the majority of population. Certainly, they were willing to dominate power over the minority of population in Sri Lanka. They were humiliating and neglecting the interest of minority of population in Sri Lanka. This was the conflict, and refused to share power, और मना कर दिया to share power for the minority of population for Tamils in Sri Lanka. It can undermine the unity of the country. Certainly, it was the result, and it led uh, the negligence of the minority of population. It created conflict between two society, two communities, Sinhala speaker and Tamil speaker in Sri Lanka. Move further, next page number 6. Why power sharing is desirable? Power sharing क्यों desirable है? Why it is advantageous? It is mandatory or essential for accommodation of the society, having a diversity in the society of any country. If we want to accommodate the society, certainly we have to share power. Either any community is living in the country having a minority of population or majority of population. We have to think, any leader of the government, any political party of the government, they have to think about it, how to accommodate the society despite of varieties on the basis of culture, community, caste, religion, language. Okay, so thus two different sets of reason can be given in the favor of power sharing. We can understand by getting two examples. First is the prudential reason, that is the mandatory or essential, and second one, that is the moral reason, that is not essential, but without it certainly it goes to create a conflict, और ऐसा नहीं करते हैं तो कहीं कहीं कॉन्फ्लिक्ट क्रिएट हो जाता है. सो वी विल स्टडी टू रीजंस इन द फेवर ऑफ पावर शेयरिंग, either regarding the model of Belgium and Sri Lanka. These two prudential and moral reasons could be applied in any countries of the world where having a diversities or ethnic composition in the countries. So firstly, power sharing is good because it helps to reduce the possibility of conflict between the social groups. Since social conflict often lead to violence and political instability, power sharing is a good way to ensure the stability of the political order. You know, we accommodate the power, we share power among the society, certainly it would reduce the conflict between society, the conflict between the communities. इससे कॉन्फ्लिक्ट कम हो जाता है एंड जस्ट इट गोज टू स्टेबल द पॉलिटिकल स्टेबिलिटी और द पॉलिटिकल फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट इन एनी कंट्रीज ऑफ वर्ल्ड. दुनिया में किसी भी कंट्री में अगर एकोमोडेशन करना है, सर्टेनली वी हैव टू थिंक अबाउट शेयरिंग पावर. Then we would be able to accommodate the society. Imposing the will of majority community over others may look like a attractive option in the short run, but in the long run it undermines the unity of the nation. Once and one hand, if according to the majority of population we can undermine or neglect the minority of population, and we can form the government on the basis of majority of population, but other hand it would undermine the unity of nation. अगर हम अपनी जबरदस्ती से मेजॉरिटी ऑफ पॉपुलेशन की सरकार बना लेते हैं, बट अल्टीमेटली दिस इज द रिजल्ट, बैड इम्पैक्ट ऑन द सोसाइटी ऑफ द नेशन, दैट इट गोज टू अंडरमाइन द यूनिटी ऑफ द नेशन. देश की एकता खतरे में पड़ जाएगी. दुनिया का कोई भी देश अगर माइनॉरिटी ऑफ पॉपुलेशन को नेग्लेक्ट करेगा, तो कमिंग फ्यूचर में सर्टेनली स्लोली just they will come to oppose for majority of population in the country, and they will demand for the separation of election, separate electorate, either or to share power according to the size of population, or they will demand to be a separate nation, to be live in separate nation. Also it is the chance in coming future, if any government basis on majority of population, majoritarian government neglect or undermine the minority of population. So it is mandatory to accommodate the society. That is the prudential reason. इसको हम prudential reason कहते हैं. I hope that it is clear. But in the long run, it will undermine the unity of the nation. Training of the majority is not just oppression of the minority. Activities, tyranny of the majority, policy of the majority is not just oppressive for the minority. There should not be oppressive policy for the minority of population in the country. Oppressive policies नहीं होनी चाहिए. It often brings ruin to the majority as well. अक्सर it could be seen in the country, it brings ruin, devastation, collapse, damage the democracy in the country. देश में लोकतंत्र का नाश हो जाता है, लोकतंत्र खत्म हो जाता है, if any majoritarian government neglect the power and interest of the minority of population. Second reason, that is the moral. So first we studied prudential, and second is moral. So moral reason, that is the second. Deeper reason why power sharing is good for democracy. If we just think deeply, power sharing is necessary or good for the democracy. Power sharing is the very spirit of democracy. Power sharing is spirit of democracy. ये डेमोक्रेसीज का स्पिरिट कहा जाता है, राइट? And a democratic rule involves sharing power with those affected by its exercise and who have to live with its effect. People have a right to consult on how they are to be governed. A legitimate government is one where citizens get it. Legitimate government. You studied already. Accountable government, responsible government, legitimate government. So do you know about legitimate government, student? Please tell me. Reply. What is legitimate government? Sumaira Khan. Anushka Verma. What is legitimate government? What is legitimate government? Legitimate. क्या होता है ये legitimate? Don't know. जल्दी बताया करो बेटा. If you know, then should reply. Otherwise, just you can say I don't know, sir. Okay. So legitimate government is the legal government that is functioning or working on the basis of provisions that are mentioned in the constitution of the country. संविधान के अनुसार जो सरकार चलती है, that is the legal government. Legal is non-legitimate government. So a legitimate government is one where citizens through participation, where citizens can participate in the government formation, acquire a stake in the system, and also they can get a participation in the system or machinery of democracy, democratic machinery. So this is the moral reason. Just we can say it is good to accommodate the society. Then we share power among the society despite of a lot of diversity on the basis of culture, community, caste and religion. This is the moral reason. But prudential is mandatory, compulsory. If we don't employ the prudential reason, then we can't accommodate the society. अगर हम prudential reason को use नहीं करते हैं, then we can't accommodate the society. Okay, student, our class is over, and I hope that it is very clear. So thank you so much. Have a nice day.